at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready? Blue ready. Check 53, let's go, defense.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 22-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Winston. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout. So they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Go.
Always got some breathing room. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll run come with a backup. This is Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They're going on fourth down. It's Taylor. And Adams has it. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ready? 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I got you. I got you. 36. 36.
From the gun on third down, it's Taylor. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
You see me? You see me?
After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Tighten up. Tighten up. Pull it together. Let's go. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Taylor. Throwing again. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again, it's Taylor. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Taylor going to give now to Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Here we go. Check your hot read.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Kamara. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 3rd down, Winston. Off to Thomas on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They're running it. Check 15.
Murray. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman. Murray fighting, lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base and scoring.
The turnover. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go, go, go.
On the ground, Kamara. They'll try to throw now. Winston looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 7, Winston to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lutz's kick is good. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go, let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check 47. All day, baby, all day.
Here's Taylor. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now it's Taylor. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Open man is Noah Brown. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a 1st down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Winston looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Thomas. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To the air again with Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Jameis now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Thomas the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Throwing. Winston. Steps away to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Taylor. Caught on the right side by Adams. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
It's our time.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
1st down, Chiefs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check right 47. Check right 47. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Yeah.
Throwing now is Taylor. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Here we go, D. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. It's free. Hayward. 47 is the Mike.
Taylor to throw. And that's complete to Adams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Chiefs on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Taylor. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Winston. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Saints on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Winston. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Keep playing hard.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
Ready.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go, dude. Here I come. Here I come.
Now the first throw in overtime for Winston. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Now a first throw here in overtime. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game, because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Chiefs' 8-yard line.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Ready? Black 25. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Every heavy on the edge.
On 2nd and goal, Winston. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.